Hi there, this is Sabine Mataru, and you're here today with another podcast or video broadcast of Reach for Greatness. I'm here with special guest, my friend Mark Harris, who is the enterprise doctor, and we've already done a podcast before, and that was brilliant. It was about know, like, and trust, so tune in if you've missed that episode. But today Mark is going to talk a little bit more about man. Maybe brief introduction first and then straight in.
Sure. Mark Harris, enterprise doctor, advice and support for businesses, mainly smaller businesses, and the service I offer is a combination of mentoring, coaching and hands-on support depending on the needs of the client. And yeah, we're going to talk about man today. And it's really, know, like, trust is about the sales journey, but the question is, with whom should you be engaging? And the answer is the right man. And that's not a sexist comment before we get loads of complaints from the women watching. MAN is an acronym for money, authority, need. It is very easy to invest your time and resources in selling to the wrong person. And if I take those in order, money is the first one. So just suppose I want to sell you a Ferrari, which would be lovely. And I saw one only this morning available at auction for the guide price was £230,000 to £250,000. Fabulous, lovely, wonderful, beautiful car.
Wow.
If you don't mind me asking you a personal question, do you have the budget for a £250,000 car?
Not at the moment.
So I can talk to you for as long as you like. You're not going to buy that car from me because you simply, either you don't have the money, which is the end of man, but what it's actually about is you don't have the budget. So I might be trying to sell you a high-end Apple beautiful computer, and it's £2,000. Do you have £2,000? Yeah. Do you want to allocate £2,000 to buying a laptop when actually the laptop you've got is fine? No. So you've not allocated the budget. So, but ban is not as attractive as man. So is money as opposed to budget. So somebody really has to have the money available to buy something. And if they don't, you're just wasting your time. Why would you want to do that? The second letter is A, which is for authority. One of the reasons I like to do business with small businesses, particularly one-person businesses, is the person I'm talking to is the person who has the authority. So it is worth my while investing the time, energy, resources in selling to that person, because there could come a point where they say, yep, let's do it. If it's somebody without the authority, the best that you can hope for from them is, okay, I really like what you're saying. I'm going to sit down in front of my boss and convince them that we should be doing this. So what you're then doing is you're delegating your sales processes to somebody who knows this much about your business. So I'm not saying you shouldn't talk to that person. Ideally, you want to talk to the boss. You want to talk to the person with authority. The bigger the business, the more effective the gatekeepers, the harder it is to get in front of that person. So I'm not saying don't engage with the person who doesn't have authority. I'm saying don't sell to that person. That person is not going to give you an order number. What that person is going to give you is a seat at the table with the right person who does have the authority. So when you're talking to them, it's not about how do I get an order number from this person? It's about how do I encourage this person to sit me down in front of their boss so that I can do the selling to the person with authority rather than them doing the selling. And to a degree, that goes back to the other podcasts you mentioned, know, like, trust. They need to know you. They need to like you. Most importantly, they need to trust you. If you think of it from their perspective, so they're going to say to their boss, this is a nice man, he's got a good product or service. I think you should invest an hour listening to what he has to say and asking him a series of questions. The boss says yes, I then come along, I'm offering a rubbish product at a rubbish price, and the boss looks at the guy that I've been talking to and says, why are you wasting my time? So the person that I'm talking to needs to be really confident. That whole trust thing has to be there. So you need to find somebody with budget, or there's no point, somebody with authority, and it might be 2, 3, 4 stage process to go up a ladder until you're in front of the board of directors and are able to convince them who have the authority they should be doing it. But the third one is need. If we go back to the high-end Apple computer that I mentioned, you have a laptop. Mm-hmm. It works. It does the trick. It's a high enough quality that we're recording this podcast on it, and you're going to do clever whizzy processing on it and all that good stuff so that viewers can see something lovely. So what do you need the high-end £2,000 laptop for? I could try and sell you this mouse. You mm-hmm. haven't. What do you need it for? So one of the things that for me makes selling really easy is I don't sell. I make people aware that there is something available to them, which I think would genuinely be of benefit to them or their business. That is only valid if they have the budget, if they have the authority, and if they have the need. Because otherwise you're not ticking all those boxes. You've got to tick those boxes. I hate it when people sell and sell and sell and sell at me something that I just don't want. I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy an igloo from you. Doesn't matter how lovely it is, whether it's the best igloo in the world, whether it's only £5, I don't want an igloo.
That's really, really some great points there. And sort of now I'm thinking about going networking, sort of, how you experience some people, how they come across in networking events, and how they already sell to you before they actually know you.
Yeah, one of the
experience.
Yeah, there are 2 challenges at networking events. One is sucking enough information out of people to work out whether or not they have money, authority, and need, and if not, how does the business have those things, but they're the wrong person. I go to a networking event and I say to somebody, "Oh, and who are you?" And they say, "Oh, Fred Smith, I'm the sales manager for Smith & Jones." So what's the chances of the sales manager buying from me? It's the wrong man.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes, that there'll be the marketing manager. Well, it might even be you've got to get the right person with the money, the authority, and the need. And the other problem with the networking is when you quickly identify this is the wrong person, and I'm just so not going to do business with them, how do you extricate yourself from that conversation in a reasonably polite way? And, I always chat, because you never know who they know. And actually, even if that sales manager for Smith & Jones is not going to buy from me, well, who are Smith & Jones? What do they do? Maybe I want to buy from him. Maybe I know somebody who wants to buy from him. And if that happens, then I'm taking him down the know, like, trust journey. And maybe he's never going to buy my services. But maybe his brother's just setting up a business who could use my services. So even if the person you're talking to isn't the right MAN, maybe they know someone who is, and actually treating them courteously and professionally, you never know what's around the next corner.
Wow, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mark, for taking us through the journey of MAN. And to make it easier, we're making available a checklist free checklist that you can download just below this video. And Mark,
Okay.
just quickly, in closing, can you let people know where they can find you on the web?
Sure. The website for Enterprise Doctor, somewhat unsurprisingly, is www.enterprisedoctor.co.uk, and doctor is the full word, not DR. And you'll find stuff there about me and my history and what I do. And if it's of interest, I'll be very happy to hear from you.
Great. Thank you very, very much, Mark, for taking the time. And thank you, everyone, for listening. This was another podcast. I can't really call it podcast. It's like a little webinar, maybe a web interview under the banner of Reach for Greatness. And yeah, I look forward to seeing some of you next time, where we will have some more business ideas, because we're all about sharing information and educating and helping people along the journey of either growing a business or setting up a business from scratch. So thank you very much. This is Sabine Mataru and Mark Harris, and bye-bye for now.
Lovely to be here. Bye.